Are expats driving up rents in Bangkok? The truth nobody talks about. Now, let me ask you something. When rent goes up in Bangkok, who's actually responsible? Who? Is it greedy landlords? Inflation? Is it all the tourists coming back, or is it something people don't really want to talk about? And that is the foreigners. Because I hear this all the time. Expats don't affect Thai prices, and that may sound good. It may sound fair, but it's not entirely true. And if you've been in Bangkok long enough, then you've seen the shift, and you've seen the areas go from affordable to suddenly out of reach. And the question is, why? Okay? My name is Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok, American who's been living here for almost 32 years now. And I've been on YouTube for a little more than 13 years. And I concentrate mainly on Thailand, Southeast Asia, and various expat destinations. If you like this type of content that I'm doing now, if you like it, please do me a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos or streams. And if by chance you need a consultation, well, email me at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com and we'll work something out. Okay, let's just start with the basic economics. Let's start simple here. A landlord owns a condo in Bangkok and they get two inquiries, a Thai tenant offering 8,000 baht. Well, I can pay 8,000 baht a month, and a foreigner 15,000 a month. Now, who are they going to choose? Come on. They want the 15,000. They're there for the money every single time, not because they're greedy, but because that's how the market works. Now, if you multiply that decision across thousands of units, across multiple neighborhoods over years, and that is how prices shift. Not overnight, but steadily. And really, foreigners can afford to pay more. Something that people avoid. There is the currency advantage, and someone earns currency in the US dollar, euro, the British pound, whatever. They're operating on a different scale, and many expats are working remotely. They have pensions, they have savings, and compared to the average Thai salary, it's not even really close, and people don't talk about this, okay? Now, the lifestyle expectation, foreigners really, they want newer buildings, air conditioning. They want proximity to transportation, proximity to the BTS, MRT, to the canal boats, the canal boat taxis, the Chao Phraya, the river taxis. They're not really shopping in the same market. They are targeting the upper slice of the market. And where this actually hits, and we got to be clear here, this is not really happening everywhere. If you go outside of, say, central Bangkok, you'll still find places for 4,000 to 6,000 baht. You'll find apartments for that much. You'll find older buildings. You'll find local neighborhoods like where we live. We've always lived in the local neighborhoods, except for when I lived down on Sukhumvit, and my rent was like 45,000 baht a month. Now, I don't have rent that expensive. It's relatively inexpensive. I find it quite cheap. But expats are not pushing the price of places up all throughout the city. In certain zones, absolutely. And we're talking about Sukhumvit, Sathorn, Silom, and anywhere near the BTS and MRT. And these areas are generally not priced based on Thai income. They're priced based on the demands from the foreigner. And here's something that people don't really think about. Once a landlord gets a higher rent, then that becomes the new baseline, kind of like groceries. Something goes up and it's always at 1,000 baht for that particular product. It's not going to go back down to 850. Okay, if a condo rents for 10,000 baht and the foreigner decides to pay 16,000 for whatever reason, then the next time that the unit becomes available, it's not going to go back down to 10,000 baht. They're aiming for 15, maybe 17. They want to get that money. And if they don't get it, most of them will just wait because they've seen what the market will pay And that's how prices ratchet upward. Now, this is kind of how it becomes a citywide issue. And let's say that Thai tenants get priced out of Sukhumvit. Well, where do they go? They may go further down the line. They may go to less central areas. They may go to older buildings. And so now those areas get more demand and become more competitive. And what happens? Well, the prices, if there's a shortage, the prices rise. And so even though foreigners are concentrated in certain areas, not in those areas, their impact spreads. And that is the ripple effect. Now, if you add another factor, and that is short-term rentals, if a landlord can earn, say, 800 to 1,500 baht per night, that is 24,000 to 45,000 baht per month potential. Why would they rent long-term for 10 or 12,000? Why would they do that? They won't. So units get pulled out of the long-term market, and then that reduces the supply. And when supply drops, prices go up, even for people who never use Airbnb. And let me tell you something. I've got several friends, and I hear all the time about, we don't want Airbnb in our apartments. Okay, that's just a reality. Now, the counter argument you will hear is, Bangkok has too many condos. And maybe that's true. There is a large supply of condos, apartments, etc. But here's the catch. Not all supply is equal, because there are older buildings and foreigners don't even want to contemplate living in some of these places. Locations may be far from transit, and they don't want to have to worry about, how am I supposed to get around? Oh, I'm going to have a car for this. And many of the units, they have poor layouts. So while the supply is there, the demand is concentrated in the newer buildings, the better locations, and foreigner-friendly areas. And that's where the prices begin to rise. In the local area, that's where the local impact, rather, this is where it starts to get real, because the Thai salaries have not kept up with the rent increases. No surprise there, right? Even small increases, 1,000 baht, 2,000 baht, can be significant. And for an expat, that's kind of a minor adjustment. But for a Thai worker, this can mean moving. It can mean commuting farther. It can mean lowering their living standards. And that's the part that expats never really feel. Are expats the cause? So let's try to answer this properly, because are expats driving up rent in Bangkok? And it's not entirely their fault. There are other factors like economic growth, urbanization, infrastructure development, investor demand. But expats are a contributing factor, especially in prime areas and higher end units and places that are targeting foreigners. So the reality is, when people with more money enter a market, prices go up. And it doesn't matter if it's in Bangkok, Lisbon, Mexico, Mexico City, wherever it is, the pattern is the same. It's just a different location. And Bangkok is no exception. So the truth is that expats they're not the ones who cause the rents to go up everywhere, but they absolutely influence prices where they live. And over time, that influence spreads, not because anyone is trying to do harm, but because markets respond to money. This is how the market functions. And money, it sets the price. That's what it's all about. How much money can you get? You're going to get as much as you can. Do me a favor. Remember to hit the like button. Subscribe, hit the notification bell to show your support for the channel. Also, if you like, you can hit the join button down below. Become a VIP member of the channel for as little as $1.99. Can you believe that? Only $1.99. Anyway, that's all I have. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok, as I said. Chok di, leo jerkan mai. Chok di, good luck. Jerkan mai. See you again. Take care.